So the other day I did a video pointing out that the Crunchyroll CEO himself says that AI-generated subtitles for Japanese anime are something they are definitely focused on. Now, there are a lot of questions on this. How will they train the AI? Will they have the AI do any weirdo stuff? I'm not sure. I think they just want to get the stuff out and get it out quickly. That's what I think they want to do. And I think you'll have one or two people overseeing everything to make sure that the subtitles aren't goofy and that they work. And that'll be the end of the day. Hopefully, I'm being a little bit more optimistic there. But the real localizers are somewhat of a problem. I've done tons of videos on this, so have other people. These localizers think that they are actual creators. They think that they improve things. The lovely complex dub is a great example of that, and we're going to get back to that in a second because that localizer was fired. And they said, I made the show better. That show sucked until I got a hold of it and changed things for the better. Naturally, a lot of these outlets like Gizmodo, of course Gizmodo, one of the wokest, very, very sad to hear that AI-generated subtitles are the future and call it a disaster waiting to happen. I don't know why. I think that AI could actually do this pretty easy, but no, it's a disaster waiting to happen because, they don't say this, but how will we inject our bullshit into this property if we don't have these localizers changing it? Because that's what they've been doing. See, that's the trick. You don't have a lot of woke shit in anime and manga. So what do? Well, we inject it. We change things. We change translations. We insert things. We take liberties. And that is one way to make that happen, like the famous Gamergate line. Or in yesterday's video, I went over that manga that they changed to mansplaining. The scene that doesn't make sense and doesn't work in Japanese was completely changed into a mansplaining moment lecture for a property. And that's the problem. It's not just Gizmodo. Here's AOL. Crunchy anime fans aren't happy with Crunchyroll's AI subtitle testing. Are you sure about that? Not a lot of examples here. Not sure. But apparently, a lot of people are very upset about it. Let's press X to doubt on that one. One person, though, I can say that is upset is Katrina Leonidakis, one of the worst localizers out there. She was very upset about the culture warrior weirdos being proven right. She wasn't mad about the lovely, complex dub writer being fired for doing bad work and changing things. No. She was upset because he proved the culture warrior weirdos correct. How dare you do that? So you might have seen these tweets before. That's the context to them. So this lovely complex dub, a niche property from Japan was brought over here, changed. They made one of the characters trans and changed a lot of stuff. And the quote here is, wow, it's just as good as I remembered. No, it's not. We made it good. That show sucked. So that person was properly fired. But Katrina is more upset that it didn't fly under the radar, which is what happens with most of these properties. I've explained this before. A lot of the bigger stuff, like a Dragon Ball or a One Piece or a Naruto, those shows are too big to really mess with. What they do is they take these smaller niche shows and they inject all kinds of bullshit into them because they fly under the radar, because they don't have as big as an audience. So she was pretty upset that this got busted. Says, do I know it's in my best interest to not say anything about this bullshit? Yes. Is anything I write only going to be taken the wrong way by culture war weirdos? Obviously, so I'll say this. You aren't going to love everything you work on, but it's your job to do justice to the work and its audience and remain professional about it all. And for fuck's sake, don't shit where you eat. You've hurt a lot of careers today. Every time you give the culture war weirdos fuel, you make things worse for the people they harass. Not only are you out of a job, but you've given them a brand new reason to send us death threats with no receipts, by the way. It's so tiring, man. I just want to share my passion for translation theory and localization philosophy. And said, I've got to stay quiet, pretend nothing affects me, or that I don't care, don't fight back, don't look, just smile and take it. But then someone has to fire at them. Someone has to get the last word. Someone has to prove to them they're wrong. And they all get the new fodder to harass us all again. I grew up on 4chan, watched them milk locals. I know how this shit works. And now this really? You know they're using this single scene from the Dragon Maid dub nearly a decade later as a reason that we should all be taken out back, right? Why do you think they're going to do that? What do you think they're going to do to this idiot? Anyways, I'm sure they'll be here shortly to tell me why I deserve to get hate or slurs because Check's Fox News article, I translated this word as bimbo. Now, she has a history of making radical changes and then saying, sorry, not sorry, I changed it. So, I mean, I'm excited for AI-generated subtitles. This is why all of these people are going to be replaced by robots because none of them want to do their job properly. Isn't that crazy? Like, you know how to translate to Japanese to English. You have a job, I'm assuming, doing something you like because that's why you went and learned how to do all this stuff. And instead of just doing it, you decide, well, I'm going to go ahead and make changes politically so that I can push my message. And in doing so, you've pissed off an entire community. And now they are screaming for this AI to come in and change things because you and your friends are so unlikable and so gross with the way you do your job that you've pushed for this, and now you're mad that people want it. What did you think was going to happen? All you had to do was the easiest job. I mean, it's not the easiest job. I couldn't do this because I don't know Japanese, and Japanese is hard to learn. But it is a job that, for these people, would be easy, right? I mean, you're just translating stuff, and you've ruined it. If you had just done it properly and well, people would have probably advocated for you to keep your jobs. But you've been so nasty to people that push back to your stuff, they don't care now. It's wild to watch. Anyway, just always playing victim. Nobody's sending anybody any threats. What is happening is they're dunking on them and making fun of them a little bit and saying, why are you doing this? And then when they get asked, why do you change these things, they get all mad and say you're coming after them. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.